Tell them how to watch this thing. That's what you need to do.
What you want to do is go to the WWE Network under WCW pay-per-views in the in-ring category. You want to go to either 1989 or Great American Bash and look for Great American Bash 1989. It'll be right there. We are at 42 minutes and 49 seconds into the pay-per-view event. Of course, there's a tab at the bottom you could jump to Paulie Dangerously versus Jim Cornette. But if you don't want to click that tab, 42 minutes and 49 seconds into Great American Bash 1989. With that said, we will do a 5-second countdown. Press play at the end of the word now. The W end of now, not the N end of now, the W end of now. And we will begin right now. Well, don't use that now. No, don't do that.
No.
After the 5-second countdown.
Yes.
5. See, now I messed myself up. Let's do this again, ladies and gentlemen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press play now.
And also, I remembered it was the Road Warriors, along with Dr. Death and the Midnight against the Freebirds and the Samoans. There's the 2 rings. There's the Baltimore Civic Center. I loved Baltimore. Sabatino's, Little Italy. And Paul is strutting. Look at that, by the way. Svelte, young 23-year-old man. Who would have thought he would mature into a full-fledged twin of Alfred Hitchcock?
He has a tennis racket.
He's got as I mentioned, he had hit me with a racket on the Clash of Champions the previous month. Now he's bringing that out. He's mocking me. He's got all the gimmicks. He's got the hair. Who would have thought I'd have more hair than Paul at this period of time?
Did you see the security guard just block Gary Juster from walking?
Yeah. He probably didn't know who Gary was at that point. Anyway, as you see Paul strutting around the cock of the walk, as they say, certainly some kind of dick. Nice little pop for the baby face, I must say. Coming to the ring. And now watch this walk. I am trying to walk so flat-footed. See, NWA's number 1 WWF stinks is what they blocked out. But look at the look on my face. I'm trying to look mean, but actually I'm gritting. I'm thinking, I got to get there without limping. Boom, boom, boom. I would have been taking a lot more time strutting. And also my mouth is fucking dry from the pain pills. My mouth it feels like roofing tile. You'll constantly see me. I will never put any weight on my left leg. Anyway, the great camera work. I took a swing at Paul with the, is that Donnie Liable down there? I think it is. I took a swing at Paul with the racket. Yeah. Got the cotton mouth from the pain pills. Telling Nick Patrick, hurry up and make me get rid of this racket and turn my back here. So he's supposed to rush me, and I've got him. And I walk across the ring like George Costanza's father. And this gives me enough to where I can throw it. Now, Paul's getting his powder. See, I throw this out to the people. Somebody's got a nice souvenir, and boom. And I get hit with the powder, and I'm blind, and now I can go down, and now he's got to get his phone. And what does he do? My right leg. He's going to my right leg, and I'm screaming. The other leg already. Other leg. Look, other leg. Now he's just hitting everything. And now he's just hitting all of them. And look, and I said, hit as hard as you can, and he's trying to work the fucking blah, blah, blah. But anyway, damage has been done. And now, and I had said, get this jacket off of me so I can move around a little bit. And Paulie, he has, if he could have ever mastered the physical part of it, he's got the facials, he's got the aggression. He just never, and he's trying to do the working punch, and he's doing the open the hand and slap kind of Razor Ramon thing. But anyway, at least if he can keep track of, I keep putting my left leg out flat on the mat, but he doesn't know that means that's the one I want him to kick. Now you're just kicking me in the fucking ass. And of course, it is literally hard for me to bend. You can see the brace on underneath the pants. But now look at those punches. I'm like, all right, fuck. Just anyway, we're selling here. We're selling. Other leg. Thank you, Paul. Wrap it around the ropes. And see, this is when the announcers, they start getting it a minute because I'm selling like I'm in pain. We're not trying to be funny. Even though it's obviously we're not athletically prepared to do this like all the other guys are. And then here comes a cummerbund spot. He's going to choke me with it. This is old as the hills. And as soon as he chokes me with it and gets a little heat on me, then I'll back him up in the corner and get loose and I'll try to go after him and blah, blah, blah.
You know, you say that there are so many examples of you being in matches and being physical. There aren't that many of Paul doing anything physical in any matches.
Oh, God. When you would grab a hold of him to throw a punch or something, see, I need to fight back from underneath a little bit. And see, he was supposed to drop the cummerbund, he remembered. But anyway, now I've got it. Boom. If you'd grab him by the neck, it was like grabbing a leg of a table. He was so tensed up. He was never comfortable being physical in the ring. He could do all that like this. He could look mad, but he didn't want to. And see, we didn't call this. He goes in the corner and starts slapping me around. I'm selling a little bit, but I'm thinking I got to do something. So I shove him back, try to kick him in the balls. He gets mad, spits at me. I didn't know that was coming. So oh shit, I'm going to go after him, but I'm selling the leg. I can't. We just did that because what else would you fucking do? And then he gets me out on the floor. The one thing I'd planned for this match, I wanted to take a bump straight backwards off the apron onto the floor. Not like fucking Mick Foley did, at the Clash. But I could do a good enough one that it would have been right, but I couldn't do it with that leg. And I'm trying to tell him something here, and I can't remember what the fuck it was. But he was hard to work with because he didn't have any experience working. And he wasn't doing natural things, but, that I would feed up for shit, but I wouldn't know what was coming. And I said, here, give me a post, right? Okay, boom, at least that. There's George Napolitano. Is that Linda Rufa? That was old.
Damn right it is.
Damn right it is. Linda and Lynn McAllister from Atlanta was up there. Anyway, the point is, and if you're watching this with the sound up a little bit, the people are not shitting on this. People have kind of got with it. And I needed to sell some so they'd get firmly behind it. Now he's just hot dogging. And here's the crawl, right? I'm going to get this cocksucker. And this, finally, bam, when he smacked me. And this is finally when JR and Bob Caudle started waking up. And the people were like, oh, shit. And we're about to go home here. I know he's going to miss. This is probably the only match I ever had where I didn't miss the elbow drop. Because I was the baby face, and also I couldn't get up that far. And so that's where I told him back. Yeah, back me I'll get him back here in a second. Back me in the corner, just back me around. I can't really sell because I have no balance with that bad left leg. And he's hitting me, so I'm just kind of boom. And finally the Hulk up, right? You got to. Oh, shit. No. When I kicked him with the left leg because I couldn't put my weight on the right one. Now, here we go. Now, at least, only number 3 was a potato. Number 3 was a live round.
Nick
1,
Patrick
2, and
really
4
selling this.
was okay. And then I said, just on your knees, boom. And I couldn't shift my weight from one foot to the other like normal, so I'm nodding his head a little bit here. But still, boom. Tell the people, you want me to take it off? I go, yes. Shit. At least I'm thinking we're about done with this thing, and we haven't shit the bed yet. Help me out, Paul. Let's turn over. Let me get this thing off of you. Can you give me some help? There we go. The shirt and, oh yeah, this looks like holy hell because I had to say, get me in a headlock, and then the double knock. He didn't come that quick, but we didn't have that far to run anyway. And here he goes for his second bag of powder. And you'll see this coming up here in a second. Also, I have to kick with the left foot. I can't put my weight on my left leg. But Bing, he telegraphed it a little bit, but I got it. The people pop on it. There's some applause in the goddamn ringside area. I'm going for his pants. See, just bland underwear. Boom. And runs past old Doug Dillinger. He didn't even milk it. I don't think he was happy about it. The people liked it. Nice little fucking pop there. Got the baby face in victory, still selling the effects. Give the people a little souvenir. if they want it. Yeah, there they go. And I think I get. He left his racket, he left my racket, and he left his phone. There's Jason Hervey handing me the phone up. Spit on the phone. Boom. Spike the other fucking racket. Boom. I'm still running this fucking place, ladies and gentlemen.
That's awesome.
And that's and here's the slow-mo replay, but that's all it needed to be. And you couldn't say that we didn't that we had a funny or a cooperative fight. We had a non-wrestler fucking fight with each other. Like I said, he telegraphed that a mile away, but boom. We couldn't go for laughs. We worked awful hard. I cut my fucking head off in that cold-ass TBS studio and took a lot of bumps, and we both worked too fucking hard verbally and physically for people to think that we were just jacking around. So there you have it. Well, closing thoughts.
Well, let me play something for you in terms of closing thoughts. This is from October of 1990, John Arezzi's Pro Wrestling Spotlight. Paul E. was on the show, and a caller called up to ask him about fighting you again. Let's hear this.
Let's take Mike from Cedarhurst. Mike. Who's this? Mike from Cedarhurst?
No, this is Brian from Wisconsin.
How you doing?
From Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
How you doing, Brian?
Good. Paulie.
Yeah.
Why don't you challenge Jim Cornette for tennis rackets versus portable phone?
Tennis rackets?
Because I already beat him. Because I've already beat up Jim Cornette. It was 2 years ago on TBS, and I laid out Jim Cornette. He got 14 stitches in his head.
Yeah, but didn't he chase you out of the ring last year in your underwear?
So I was the only guy in the ring that was man enough to do that, to be on a pay-per-view in his underwear. I mean, come on, think about this. Would you want to see Jim Cornette in his underwear?
No.
It'd be like monkey making love to a football. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
hey,
this little bread. I mean, I was man enough to walk around in my underwear because I'm a well-built athlete and I could run around in my underwear. Jim Cornette, I didn't want to embarrass the American public by having some Japanese businessmen watching a pay-per-view going, oh, look how American manager rock. See, that's a problem with our society today. You got a bunch of businessmen walking around stuffing their fat faces with pizza, walking around going, blah, 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 and they're buying the Empire State Building in Rockefeller Center. Come on, wake up.
Can you believe it? Listen, thanks for your call, Brian.
And by the way, Paul again should never have said I sounded like Mickey Mouse on amphetamines back then. But anyway, all righty then.
That is your line, right? Is that where he would have heard that line?
Well, no, actually, he got it the same place I got it, from Dennis Condrey.
Ah.
But I got it from Dennis first.